Hey friends, hopefully you're having an amazing day. So today I wanted to get on here to help with multiplication using decimals. So multiplying using decimals, but without the use of a rubber band. I know we're used to using the rubber band to help us kind of guide us as to where we need to set our math problems and stuff, but this time we're not. And we're going to use the middle bar to help us with decimals, okay? So get your abacus ready, load it with paper, braille your name, title it, or number 1, and then get ready for the math problems because we're going to get going. Don't forget, grab your abacus as well, okay? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with this simple one, and we're going to completely change kind of how we do multiplication using a decimal. So get ready. So your math problem is we have a 3.5 times 6.8. And if you can, braille that out. Don't set anything up on your abacus until you see me kind of going through it. So go ahead and hit pause and braille that out. So for this math problem, we're going to use the counting method, and we are going to focus not too much on the decimals right now, especially for multiplication. However, at the end, we will take in consideration our decimal points, and I'll guide you through each step. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just not focus too much on decimals. Right now, our multiplication is 3.5. And we are going to, our multiplier is going to be 6.8, okay? So the first thing I want you to do, so we're going to start by setting up the multiplication at the far left of our abacus. And we're going to not worry about the decimal. So you're going to do 3.5, so 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we are. Now we're going to set the multiplier, on the right hand side. Okay, so now we're going to do our multiplier. So starting on the right hand side, the far end, we're going to say each digit, okay? So pay close attention. Here we go. We're going to say 6.8 times 3.5. This is where you will set 6 and 8. So this will be your multiplier. Okay, so let me review that again. So when we're multiplying with decimals, you're going to go to the far right hand and you're going to say your math problem by saying 6.8 times 3.5. And this is where you're going to start setting your multiplier. So 6, 8. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so now that we have set it up, you're going to use your right hand and you put your finger right directly beside your 8 right there, because this is where you're going to start setting up your math problem or multiplying. Okay, so make sure your finger is there. Let me move my abacus here so you can see. So my finger's right there, I'm not moving it. So what I'm going to do next is I have my left hand on the 8 and I'm going to say we're going to multiply 8 times 3 over here. So 8 times 3 is 24, or 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2, 4, 1, 2, or 24, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're still not done with our 8, but we said 24. So keep your finger right there on the 4. And now we're going to multiply 8 times, what was over here? Times 5. So this is how we do this. You ready? So 8 times 5 is 40, right? So we're going to do 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 0. Okay? So now you're done multiplying that 8, right? So we're done multiplying with that. So now you're going to clear your 8 from your multiplier. And we're going to use this index finger. You're going to keep it right there, your right index finger. And now we're going to multiply. So keep it there, please. You're going to multiply 6 times 3. What's 6 times 3? Okay, it's very important that you make sure you keep this index finger and don't lose it. Okay, so like I said, now my multiplier is 6. So 6 times 3 is 18, right? 8. So 1 and then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so don't move that finger because then we lose our place. So we just did an exchange and we cleared our 9. So now we're going to do 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is, what is it, guys? Help me out. Okay, so I know it's 30, right? So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Or we could say 10, 20, 30, and then 0. So I'm done. There's no more multipliers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear my 6, my multiplican, because I'm done. And so this is what I have left, okay? So this is where it's very important that now we look at our math problem and we consider our decimal points. Okay, so now it's important that we look at our math problem, and we have one number to the right of the decimal point, and then on our multiplican we have one number also to the right of our decimal point. So now we have 2. So there's 2 numbers, right? So now we go to our abacus and we feel at the end, so our ones place value. So then we know there's 2 decimal points or 2 numbers to the right of our decimal point, right? So we go 1, 2, and this is where your decimal will be. So we're going to pretend that's an imaginary decimal point. And then you have these other 2 whole numbers. So how this reads is 23.80. So again, when you count how many decimal points are to the right of that decimal point, or how many numbers, are to the right of that decimal point, 1, 2, there's 2 in this math problem. I'm going to go 1, 2, and this is in the middle between my 23 and my 80. That's where my decimal point will be. So I'm going to braille this as 23.80. So anyway, that's how we use our abacus, and when we work on multiplication and decimals. I just wanted to show you one math problem so that you have an idea of how to set it up, how to use your middle bar to represent where you're at, and what strategies to use so that you do not lose your place value, or you don't lose your place when you're multiplying. So watch that video again. I know it was just one math problem. I'm used to doing more, but I felt like simple is better, so you can kind of play with it again and again. Watch the video once or twice, and then pick out a few math problems and figure it out. See if you can do it. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Enjoy it. I'll be making some more later on. We will see you later. Have a good one.